Back to Australia now, and in the Victorian town of Morwell, a deliberately lit fire has been burning since early February and has since lit up the Hazelwood open cut mine. Now, it took 2.5 weeks, but authorities finally urged some of the members of the public to evacuate over the weekend after concerns over the thick, foul-smelling smoke that has been choking Morwell.
Now, with messages coming from the government, fire safety groups and the police, local residents just want one thing: a royal commission. Also, they want the fire out, of course. One local who sees the silver lining in Morwell's smoke clouds is Grant Madden. Grant co-owns the local motel and joins us now live from Morwell. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us, Grant. If you can tell us, what are the conditions like there and what's the mood like in the town?
All the conditions today aren't too bad where we are. We're probably about a kilometre and a bit away from the fire. Depending on the wind and the weather, depends sort of how much we're affected by smoke. Certainly in the first few days, the smoke was very bad, but the last week or so, depending on weather, some days it's been bad for a few hours, some days it hasn't been so bad. There's certainly a lot of dust and ash around. Having a motel, certainly if we leave doors open, we are getting lots of dirt and dust into the rooms. But on the positive side, we've been busy with lots of firemen and whatever staying with us, and we'd just like to thank them for the job they're doing. They're certainly getting the fire under control. It's not burning nearly as fiercely as what it was when it started 3 weeks ago.
That is good news, Grant, that the fire seems to be under control. But regarding the smoke, there have been some media reports about local residents who are distressed and worried about their health regarding the smoke. Is that true? What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, there is a lot of residents that don't really know what the effect of the smoke's going to have long term and things like that. But certainly, one of the ladies who works for us as a cleaner, she's an asthmatic. She certainly has been walking to and from work each day, and she hasn't been affected overly by the smoke. Some days it's worse than other days, but it's not like we're under a toxic cloud or anything 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Some days it is bad, some days it's not as bad as the media would make out, or that's my feeling anyhow.
So Grant, just regarding local business, has local business been affected by this situation?
Yeah, some local business has had a negative impact, because if you've got shops in the smoke affected area, probably less residents are going shopping. But then on a positive, certainly the 7 or 8 motels in town have probably had the best month they've ever had with firemen and people like that staying in the motels. I know a lot of the restaurants and takeaway places have been busy feeding the hundreds of firemen and volunteers that are working on the fire. So there has been some pluses and there has been some negatives, but certainly from our point of view at the Morwell Motel, we've had the best February we've ever had, our best month on record, and that's because of all the emergency service people staying with us over the last month.
Grant, thanks for your time this morning. Hopefully that fire clears up soon, and business also continues for the Morwell Motel.
No worries, thank you very much.